guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are gonna be talking about how to attract the Capricorn man. This is part of my How to Attract the Zodiac Sign series. So far I have done Scorpio and Sagittarius. So today, Capricorn, you are up, it is your go. Happy Capricorn season, by the way. We are halfway through it. We still got a little bit to go. In order for you to sort of figure out how to attract a Capricorn or how to attract a zodiac sign, it is important to first sort of look into the common traits that comes with the sign. So for Capricorn, the sort of common traits that come with the Capricorn would be the likes of quite reserved, quite patient people, very ambitious people. They can be very funny and humorous, and they can be pretty practical. Capricorns prefer to sort of hide behind closed doors. So the things that happen within their home remain within their home. They don't like to expose themselves and sort of talk about themselves openly outside of their home. They basically just don't like when other people know what they're up to, but for some weird reason they like to know what other people are up to. And as well, if a Capricorn man does want you, there's no second thoughts about it. They've already sort of made their mind up. They already know what they want. Alright, with that being said, how exactly can you attract yourself a very reserved, quite mature, serious Capricorn man? First things first is to not push him. So Capricorns, they're quite slow. They're sort of like slow and steady wins the race. So kind of think of the tortoise and the hare. And the tortoise is the slow one and he ends up winning, whereas the hare just speeds on. So if you do like him and you want to attract him, slow it down a little bit. Slow it down. Capricorns have this tendency to hide their feelings a lot. They're quite guarded that way. And the reason why this is because they fear rejection. They fear getting hurt, and that's not just within relationships or people. They fear failure in general. What you must do is to try and not go in super fast. Try not to go in super fast and go in instead showing him that your intentions are true. So not even just by telling him, show him. The actions speak so much louder than words for the Capricorn. By showing him, he might actually appreciate that a lot. He might appreciate the efforts that you're going to, but not in such an obvious way. On that note as well, Capricorns, they do not have time for playing games. Honesty is the best policy with them. They want to know where they stand with you. I think this is because obviously they have this fear of rejection and failure. So if you're just playing games with them, it's going to confuse them and they'll just get really irritated. He will probably most likely look at the whole hard to get mind games sort of situation as quite childish and immature. But the thing is about Capricorn energy is it's a pretty mature energy. It's not like the first of the zodiac, like Aries or like Gemini. It's pretty immature energy. The Capricorns, they're at their full growth of maturity within the earth signs. So they don't want immature people messing with their heads. Another way to attract the Capricorn man is to prove that you're hardworking and ambitious. Prove that you want to achieve in life, that you want to be successful in life. So Capricorn is, it's all about career, okay? It's very much a sign that is driven by career and driven by power. Kind of like, imagine it as like the Capricorn is sitting down with you and it's like an interview and they're asking you like, so Hannah, where do you see yourself in 10 years? You may better have an answer. You have to have an answer to that because okay, maybe not so literal, okay? It's not so literal like that. But they do prefer it whenever the person knows what they want. It's not this wishy-washy sort of vibe. They know what they want and they're going to work hard in order to get it. It's kind of funny because To other signs, this may be slightly boring in a lot of ways, you know, being so sure about what you want in life and there's not really that sort of spontaneous vibe to it. But with the Capricorns, someone who knows what they want is actually pretty attractive to them. Another way in which you can attract the Capricorn male is to try to be a classy flirt. So don't go into it being that sort of stereotypical flirtatious way, or like just coming on just too hard with your words. Try not to do that. Try to be a little bit more softer with your flirting. So instead, maybe try just looking him intently in the eye, nodding, smiling, or like smirking, just really looking at him, just like, yeah, yeah, just flirt with your eyes a little bit. You could do that, flirt with the eyes. The thing about Capricorn males is that whilst it is super easy to strike up that conversation with them, it's not so easy to end up being with one. This is the thing as well with Capricorn males. They will wait. If they like you, they will wait as long as they need to wait until until you like agree or you want to be with them or that you like them back. So if you think about it and you're trying to attract one, that's going to be a slow process as well. That can be quite slow. So whereas they're pretty easy to get on with, I know that I get on pretty well with Capricorns, it's still difficult to actually get to that final finish line. Remember, the tortoise is taking forever to get to that finish line, but yet he still crosses and he still wins. Another way in which you can potentially attract him would be by just paying him a couple like little subtle compliments, just little cute bubbly compliments. I feel like Capricorn energy, they can be quite attracted to people who are a little bit bubbly and witty and funny and lighthearted. I think this is because Capricorn is such a serious, hardworking sign, so they need or they're attracted to the signs that aren't so serious. Not even compliments about his looks, like just compliments about like things that he does, like that you appreciate something that he does or that you like the way he does something. On that note though, try not to embarrass the Capricorn male. They hate when the spotlight is on them. As I say, they like to keep their things or their personal life personal, behind closed doors. That's where they like to keep that. So embarrassment to them is not very good. They don't take it very well. They get very, very uncomfortable when it's sort of like all eyes on them and they're going to say something and they don't want to fuck it up pretty much. If you're super lighthearted and you're super just chilled and sweet and nice, this will shine through for the Capricorn male and they will be more relaxed and more comfortable around that type of energy. And last but not least, my last tip on how to attract the Capricorn male is to carry yourself well. Capricorn energy or Capricorn males, I feel, are quite attracted to others that are quite confident in themselves. They're quite sure of who they are. I think that's obviously related because of the fact that they're attracted to people who know what they want. So therefore, they're kind of attracted to people who just know who they are. For example, they could be attracted to those who are confident and comfortable in their sexuality. But I would like to highlight that that does not mean that Capricorns are attracted to the types who wear very little clothing. You could be wearing just a pair of like skinny jeans or like a t-shirt or a sweater, something like that. But to them, you still look good in it. You're wearing it, but you're pulling it off. You are pulling off that outfit with pride, with confidence. You're not necessarily showing all the skin and everything else, but for some reason, it's your confidence that shines through. It's how you carry yourself that the Capricorn is quite attracted to. I guess in a sense they'd be more attracted to that sort of sensuality aspect. I think that's because they are an earth sign, so they're very grounded and they love to be touched and the senses and everything. That's a very grounded thing. The five senses they are a human experience, and so a human experience is a grounded experience. So therefore, people with like a high sex appeal who just ooze sensuality, they're pretty attractive to the Capricorns. I would also like to highlight that Capricorn males, they are more attracted to the types that are not doormats. They like people who are not afraid to speak up for themselves, or to defend themselves, or just to be like, no, you can't treat me like this. Yes, while they do admire someone who isn't afraid to speak up for themselves, there's still that line where it's a little bit too aggressive and it's a bit too much. Alright guys, so that concludes my video on how you can attract yourself a Capricorn man. If you did like this video, then please be sure to give it a like and let me know in the comment section down below, letting me know your thoughts and opinions. And if this is the first time you're finding my channel, then please be sure to subscribe, and I will be back guys with another video very, very soon. Bye!